Memoirs of a Victorian Detective. Whilst many investigations were prompted by visitors to our agency, others reached our attention quite unexpectedly, such as the case of the missing element, which was quite the surprise. Another example, the case of the stolen simulacrum, began with a trip to Theatre Royal.
Row P, seats 15 to 18. Here we are. Oh, I can't wait. I finally get to see Sidney Braithwaite live on stage. He's my hero.
We're very high up. The stage looks tiny. Have they got any of those little binoculars?
No need for that, Laura. I've planned ahead. Here you go.
I'm not watching an entire play for a magnifying glass, Inspector.
Oh, suit yourself. Oh, you can have the telescope.
Ooh, that's not bad. I can see everything. The orchestra, the ushers, the conductor's ear hair. Bold move to comb it into your sideburns.
Are we having an ice cream, sir?
At the interval for clues.
But the queue. What if they run out of strawberry?
At the interval.
Ah. Oh, Laura, they're selling programmes. Can we get one? Can we? They're only a penny.
I bought you one on the way in. Here you go.
Yes!
I'm surprised you agreed to another theatre trip, Inspector, given what Constance did last time. Come to think of it, where is she?
All taken care of. When she went to the powder room, I told the ushers she was an anarchist planning to bomb the place. They'll have had her arrested by now.
Perfect.
Yes, there'll be no disgracing herself all over the orchestra tonight, I assure you.
Oh, it's starting. Pass the telescope.
What's the play about anyway?
Something to do with the Crimean War, I gather.
Look, it's Matthias Barracuda. I've seen his Benedict.
That telescope's more powerful than I thought.
Brave crusaders, countrymen, and believers of God, who standeth here today.
You'll never take me alive!
Oh, damn.
Strike me down. I never knew Constance was an actress.
Stop her! She's got a bomb! I keep telling you! I ain't carrying one! How could I? The dynamite bloke doesn't deliver till Wednesday.
That's it. Get her out of here.
Take your hands off me or I'll kick you right in
Mind the footlights.
Whoops!
Fire! Fire!
Well, it's better than pissing on the timpani, I suppose.
Unbound Theatre presents Inspector Murder Inspects by Dario Knight and Gareth Johnson. Episode 5, A Forgery.
Didn't the last Theatre Royal burn down?
Indeed it did, Laura. 1809, I believe.
My Auntie Beryl worked there.
What as?
Fire Marshal.
It says in the programme that the first Theatre Royal was destroyed by fire as well. That was 1672.
My great-great-great-great-great-great-great-granddad Ellis worked there. He was in charge of lighting the candles.
Congratulations on upholding the family tradition for arson, Constance.
Just a bit of smoke damage, no real harm done.
Let's go before anyone starts asking questions. I know a little restaurant down the road. We'll get some supper.
You go ahead. I'm heading round to what's left of the stage door to see if Sidney Braithwaite survived the blaze. I want to get his autograph for my collection.
Very well. It's the Ristorante Italiano. We'll see you there.
Didn't the last Ristorante Italiano burn down?
Indeed it did, Laura. 1809, I believe.
My Auntie Beryl worked there after she got sacked from the theatre.
What as?
Fire Marshal.
Where'd she work after that?
Billingsgate Fish Market.
Weren't you there this afternoon?
Oh, God, no!
Never mind.
Excuse me, I'm so sorry to bother you. Are you Inspector Murder?
That depends. Is your home or place of work currently on fire?
No.
Then yes, good madam. Yes, I am.
Inspector, I desperately need your assistance. I'm at my wit's end. I know the hour is late, but I implore you to help.
What is it that's wrong, Ms.
Lillard. Lola Lillard. I run an art gallery on the South Bank. The Inverted Canvas? You've heard of it, of course.
But But of course, Miss Lillard, my colleagues and I are in there all the time, aren't we, Laura?
Absolutely. Morning, noon, and night some days. You should hear the debates we've had about art.
Yes, can't get enough of those inverted calipers.
Canvas.
Canvas, yes.
What the fuck are you two on about?
Oh, she's a little jester, this one. Miss Lillard, could you excuse us one moment?
But of course.
Thank you, madam. Much obliged. Go back to the agency, you flame-happy Fruit Loop.
Why?
This woman's got a case for us. And if she's from some swanky art shop, well, then it could be lucrative.
Oh, and I'm not lardy-dar enough to be involved.
You keep setting things on fire. Just go back to the agency and don't do anything insane for a few hours.
Suit yourself, Sergeant Skidmark. Ta-da, lolly!
Will your colleague not be joining us?
She's going back to our base of operations to research a few details around your case.
But I've not told you about it yet.
No?
No.
No. Constance is heading up our new precognitive detection department. Solves cases before they reach us.
Goodness, that sounds impressive.
Oh, yes, she's quite the psychopath.
Psychic.
I know what I said.
Miss Lillard, you must tell us everything. Let us retire to somewhere less flammable.
It's best to show you. Will you come to the gallery?
Of course. Where is it?
We go there all the time.
We go there all the time, so we know the way. Of course we do. But it would be presumptuous to show you to your own gallery, so please lead the way.
Of course. Follow me.
Quick thinking there, eh, Laura?
It's a stroke of luck she found us on the street like that.
Or perhaps our reputation is starting to speak for itself.
Oi, you mugs burned down my restaurant.
It certainly is.
He doesn't sound very Italian.
I'll give you Italian, you ponce. Italian loafers right up your jacksie. You're paying for this.
Oh, hell's tits! Leg it! Miss Lillard, I think it is best if we make greater haste toward the inverted Krampus.
Canvas.
You really are most expeditious. Very well. Follow me.
There he is. Mr. Braithwaite! Mr. Braithwaite!
Can I help you, good sir?
Oh! He acknowledged me. I'm so sorry about the show tonight, Mr. Braithwaite.
I can safely say I've had better opening nights. But then I've had a few worse, too.
I wondered if...
We opened Whoops, There Goes My Artichoke in Glasgow 2 years back. Rave reviews. The Times said I was unequivocally present. The night we opened, we injured 6 men before the interval, and the stage manager was dead by Act 4. Still went down a storm.
I know I didn't get to see the play, but I wondered if I might trouble you to sign my programme.
Oh, of course. One must always look after one's admirers.
Thank you so much. It's
I once toured with Finlay Pollock in Aren't Those the Vicar's Trousers? Rave reviews. The Manchester Herald called me impossible to categorise. Finlay always ignored his fans at the stage door. Then one night he was hit by a cab, and none of them ran to help him.
But you did.
No, couldn't stand the man. He used to breathe too loudly during my Act 3 monologue. Pulled focus. But to the matter in hand, your programme?
Here you go.
Ah, The Tears of the Drummer Boy. I opened this at the Theatre Royal, Drury Lane. Rave reviews. The Evening Standard said I moved with urgency. Theatre burned down on opening night. Have you a pen?
Damn it. I knew I'd forgotten something. I'm such a fool.
No matter. The charred remains of the box office shall suffice. Oh, the ashes have gone right to my sinuses.
Here, take my handkerchief.
So, oh dear. Much obliged.
Actually, could I have that back? I'm a collector.
Say no more. I once saw fans come to blows trying to grab a cream slice Ada Blanche had inadvertently sat upon. Your programme, my good sir, and your snot rag.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Braithwaite.
Honoured to serve.
All right, you self-important shit-brained snob. I'll just sit myself down and do nothing all evening. Nothing at all. I'll show him.
Here we are. Now, where's the key?
What was that?
Oh, shop bells are so outdated. We wanted something a little more artisanal, so we had a harp rigged on the ceiling. When the door opens and closes, it brushes the strings.
Oh, my grandmother played the harp. Reminds me of all those summers visiting her down in Devon as a nipper.
Sorry, just putting the cat out.
I used to have a cat. She was called Whiskers.
Miss Lillard, would you mind giving us the details of your dilemma?
Of course. As well as exhibiting only the most daring work from only the most contemporary artists working in only the most fashionable areas of London, I'm also a trader.
Flowers, is it?
What makes you say that?
You've got all these old tea chests full of soil dotted around the place. Makeshift flower beds, I venture?
How dare you? Those are installations from the famed interdisciplinary master Hans Gibson MacVerber von Puce. They are very expensive, very prestigious, and very contemporary.
My mistake.
I trade in art.
Contemporary art?
Oh, of course not. Nobody actually buys the stuff.
Oh.
I travel the world on behalf of buyers wishing to add to their private collections. They tell me they want a 16th century Flemish oil on board, and I go out and find one.
You must be quite the globe-trotter.
Absolutely.
And, you travel alone?
Just me and the old masters.
Say no more. It's not my place to pry.
So where do we come in?
We came through that door, Laura. Oh, I remember that door.
Do you mind not doing that? You're letting the cold in.
I had a cold once.
My latest excursion didn't go as I'd planned, and now I'm in desperate need of help. Come this way.
Why is there a copy of today's newspaper nailed to the calendar on the wall?
It's contemporary. I keep my latest acquisitions through here.
And if my eyes are not mistaken, you've secured some of Mr. MacVerber von Puce's latest work.
Beg pardon?
Oh, these pieces here, truly exquisite. The way they challenge the preconceptions of form and colour is, well, it's indescribable.
They're tins of paint, silly girl. I'm redecorating.
I apologise for my colleague's lack of artistic insight, Miss Lillard. I, of course, am a connoisseur of the imported can-can.
You mean the inverted canvas?
I was using the French translation, more befitting an artistic establishment.
Tu parles français?
Yes.
Oui.
Oui, mon petit Humpty Dumpty.
Yes.
Bomb.
The piece in question is under this cloth.
Yes, of course. Back to the matter in hand.
A month or so ago, a client asked me to travel to Italy to purchase a rare piece by Giuseppe Mazzuoli.
But of course.
Italian sculptor.
Thank you.
It's a superb marble bust of Clement XI.
Former Pope.
You got it.
I secured it at auction and arranged for it to be shipped to England. Only when it arrived this morning...
My word!
I don't believe it.
Is that what...
Cheese! The entire thing is made of cheese!
Well, I'll be damned.
Laura! I'm taken to assume this is not the article you purchased on the continent.
Of course not. Someone swapped the original with this
counterfeited version.
Laura,
Sorry, I'll try to be more mature.
will you just let it breathe? Be. Ugh.
Inspector, I beg you to take this matter seriously.
Yes, Inspector, really.
The buyer will be here first thing tomorrow to collect. As soon as he sees this forgery, he'll demand his money back, and I don't have £20,000 to spare.
Now that's a lot of cheddar.
Not only will he bankrupt me, he'll tell every artist and dealer in the city that I've been so crassly fooled. Oh, he'll drag my name through the mud.
Sounds like one of Von Puce's.
Please help me find the original statue, Inspector. My livelihood depends on it. The buyer owes me a substantial sum as a finder's fee, payable on collection. Every last penny of it will be yours, if you can help me.
We are at your service, Miss Lillard. I must ask a few more questions to establish the exact timeline of events, and then we shall set to work.
Oh, I've got one.
Got what?
For a cheese sculpture of the Pope. It's not very holy.
That is quite good. Not appropriate, Laura.
Sorry.
I was hoping with Constance out the way, we'd be able to get to work without any messing around this time.
I wonder what she's up to back at the agency.
Oh, I dread to think.
Might make myself a cuppa.
Constance, what are you doing here?
Inspector Ineptitude sent me back here. He's got a case. Reckons I'll ruin it.
The weight of history is rather against you on that one.
What about you? Get your autograph, did you?
More than that. Look.
Ugh.
He sneezed into it. I'm off to the lab to put it into cold storage. Pity you didn't sign it as well, now I think of it. Damn. Anyway, this could be worth a fortune one day.
Really? In that case, I flashed a fortune down the lavvy earlier. If you're quick down a sewers, you might catch it.
Don't be crude. Besides, you're not famous.
Oh, yeah? And how many beloved London landmarks have you burnt down recently?
Good point. Have you got a pen?
How are we supposed to find a statue that could have been nicked anywhere between here and Naples?
Don't be defeatist, Laura. According to Miss Lillard, she left a statue in Italy with a shipping firm she's been using for years. She pays them handsomely, so they've no cause to risk losing future business. Which means the bust must have been pinched after arriving in England.
So we need to check the docks.
I'll do that. Yeah, Thameside dockers can be an uncouth bunch. It's no place for a lady.
I'll go back to the office and crack on with my cross-stitch then.
Yeah, you can check the surrounding area for clues. The statue was taken this morning, so there may still be a trail.
There are lots of trails. It's the docks. People come and go all the time. How could I tell one from the other?
Every footprint is a vital source of unique information, Laura. Yes. We'll take these tracks, for example. Well, they're extraordinary. Broadly spaced, and only the very tip of the foot has touched the ground. Yeah, suggesting the owner was running, possibly on tiptoes. And the indentation in the mud is deep, so they were heavy set. And from the width of the print, I'd say it was a man. Oh, and look, trailing behind him was a singular character indeed. Yeah, I'd say this was a woman with very long, narrow feet. Yeah, she looks like she's been walking very carefully, with one foot in front of the other to create a continuous trail.
Those are the tracks of a horse and cart, Inspector.
To the untrained eye, perhaps?
In which case, perhaps your trained eyes would be better combing the streets while I check the docks.
But
If I can learn to deal with Constance, I'm sure a bunch of dockers won't offend my womanly sensibilities. I'll be fine.
Very well. Just keep your wits about you.
And the same to you. I'll meet you back here.
Right then, Inspector. On with the search. There really are some odd shops popping up on the South Bank these days. Look at this lot. Potpourri, dream catchers, candles made of dried bat sperm. Oh, there's another gallery here. The statue! Laura, I found it! Oh, drat, she's gone. I don't believe it. There it is in broad daylight. Well, moonlight. Some shameless rival shopkeeper must have stolen it when the ship reached shore. Well, two can play at that game, eh? Yeah, if only Constance were here to see this.
Who's there? Oh, sodden people coming here with their pissing problems. We're closed! Sort your own lousy life out for once. Oh, bloody hell. Science man! There's someone at the door!
My name is Luke, and I'm making the tea. You go and answer it.
Right.
Let's have a word with these foul-mouthed louts then.
I say, Marmaduke, do be a brick and seal up the last of the crates, would you, old bean? I'm nipping onto the quayside for a quick puff of Old Holborn. Oh, really, Marmy? You've spilt some kind of oil all over the floor. You simply are the most clumsy muffin.
Clumsy muffin? Why, I'm shocked to my very core. Hello there.
Oh, where did you spring from, my dear girl?
I'm here on behalf of a disgruntled gallery owner.
Oh, not another one. If they will hang such provocative canvases, they can hardly take offence when patrons are stirred by the brushwork. 3 biblical landscapes and a portrait of James I, and I didn't know where to look.
That's a matter for another day. Have you taken delivery of a marble statue today?
I'm not the right chap to make those kind of inquiries to. You'll want Marmaduke. Marmy, old mucker. Yeah, this charming lady wishes to trouble you for some information.
I'm here, Theodore. I was just scrubbing the gangplank.
I do hope that's not a euphemism.
What on earth possessed you to start doing that at this time of night, you lackadaisical goose?
Why, it whiffs to high heaven out here, Theo, old chap. Terrible pong brought on by that cheese we took shipment of this morning.
Cheese?
Yes, a sheer bally block of the stuff. Afraid I slipped and dropped the darn thing, and now the entire gangway smells like off milk.
Oh, you really are a maladroit, Marmy. Now redeem yourself and scooch these crates along. The tug's on its way to pick them up. Oh, wait, I forget myself. This young woman wants to know if we had a statue in this morning.
There was a crate for the gallery just up the river. Could have been a statue, I suppose. The bally thing certainly weighed enough.
You delivered it yourself?
They're regular customers, so we always drop things around if we can.
And who was the cheese delivered to?
No idea. There was no name or address on the paperwork. Just a note saying to leave it by the door and someone would toddle along to collect it. Wish they did.
Would you mind if I took a look at the paperwork for both deliveries? I'm investigating a case of misappropriation. There could be something that'll help progress the case.
Why, of course. Fetch the ledger, Marmy.
No can do, old stick. It's gone for a Burton.
You mean it's up sticks?
Can't find it anywhere. I presumed one of the casuals had had a tizzy and hurled it through the window.
Why would they do that?
They really can be an unrefined bunch. Hooligans, the lot of them.
I saw the glass had been smashed and the tome was gone, so I thought it obvious what had occurred.
Was the broken glass outside the office or inside?
Oh, inside. I damn near took my toes off with it.
That would suggest that someone had broken in rather than out. I think your ledger's been stolen.
Stolen?
Under my very nose?
Oh, Marmaduke, you really are a useless prick.
Theodore, not in front of the lady.
Believe me, I've heard far, far stronger language.
Here we go. Tea, biscuits, and I found a slice of cake as well. Had to scrape some fluff off it, but it's a fruit loaf, so it seemed worse. Constance? What's this, sulking? Suit yourself. I'll leave your tea here. How much cake do you... What the blazes? It's a dummy! Oh, hell, she's escaped!
Stone the crows, it's windy up here. Now, I think this is the right chimney. I'll just sneak in, grab the bust and sneak out again. Miss Lillard gets her statue back. The thieving scoundrel who owns this place gets his comeuppance. and I get the reward. It's perfect. Right then, I'll just tie myself a guide rope around the next chimney pot. Yeah, and I'm ready to go. Yeah, no, not quite sure what the best way of going about this is. First, let's see. Oh, it's a bit snug. Very sooty. Right, now I think I've got a grip on it. Haha! Operation Infiltration is go! Yeah, oh, hell! I forgot to check the pot was secure! Damn it! Oh, God, that soot gets everywhere. Oh, still, I'll be gone before the owner sees it. They'll never... No.
Father Christmas?
Yes. I mean, ho, ho, ho.
What are you doing in my room?
Well, little child, I was just delivering your presents.
But it's not Christmas.
No, it's June, isn't it? But you've been such a good girl so far this year. What's your name?
Fran.
You've been so good, Fran, that I thought, to heck with tradition, that little girl needs a reward right away.
Wow!
So I brought you this rope and a cracked chimney pot. There have been a few production problems at the toy factory recently. Elves are playing up.
It's a skipping rope. My old one broke. This is perfect.
Oh, you're very welcome, little Fran.
But, Father Christmas, where's your beard?
Oh, I only grow one in the winter. Keeps the chin warm.
And your big red coat?
At the laundry.
What about the reindeer?
Cutbacks. I came on the omnibus.
No, I mean, what about poor Rudolph? We haven't left a carrot out for him. Or a mince pie for you.
Oh, that's no matter. Although there is something else that would work just as well as mince pies and carrots.
Some milk?
No. Would I be correct in thinking there was an art gallery downstairs?
It's Mummy and Daddy's shop.
And would your mummy and daddy happen to have any sculptures of ecclesiastical figures in stock?
They've got a Giuseppe Mazzioli bust of Clement XI in the window.
Oh, yes. Well, hurry you to the shop, my little sugar plum, and bring old Father Christmas that bust for his trouble, eh?
I'll be right back.
Finally, something goes right for a change.
Constance? Constance! Oh, nobody's safe now.
Cabby, over here, please.
Sidney Braithwaite! What are the chances? Oh, I can get him to sign that hanky.
Southwark, please.
Bugger! I'll lose him. Oh well, I'll just have to get him to sneeze into something else. Cabby! Follow that horse.
Here it is, Father Christmas. It's very heavy.
Yes! Oh, that's really very kind of you, Fran. There'll be an extra big bundle of presents under the tree for you this Christmas.
Yay!
Now, you go back to sleep. You've lots of skipping to do in the morning.
Yes, Father Christmas. Can you tuck me in?
Oh, of course. There we are. All ready for a trip to Dreamland?
Night-night, Father Christmas. I love you.
Oh, night-night, little Fran.
Fran? What are you up to in there?
It's Daddy.
Shit.
What's all this mess? Who the hell are you?
It's Father Christmas, Daddy.
What are you doing with my Mazzioli?
Yours indeed. I'm returning this to its rightful owner. Father Christmas, away!
Come back here, you thief. I'll wring his neck.
Bye-bye, Father Christmas. See you in December.
Yep, will do.
I'm dreadfully sorry, Miss Norder, but we've not had a scrap documentation for that statue nor the phantom fromage. Everything we had was in that dratted ledger.
And I can't find any trace of the thieves out here either.
Phew, what a palaver. That's the ship loaded up and ready to take to the waves. Where's the captain?
Gone for a quick tipple in the Queen's Arms.
I say.
Dreadfully sorry we can't be of any more help, my dear girl.
It makes no sense. I understand why the person taking the delivery of cheese would want their identity hidden. But if there was no name on the documents in the first place, then why take the ledger?
Perhaps they needed a bit of bedtime reading?
Oh, give me the latest Sherlock Holmes any day.
And then there's the cheese. If it hadn't been sculpted before it arrived, when did they have the time to pull the switch?
Laura, I've got the statue.
Where did you find it? And why are you covered in soot and broken glass?
It was in another art gallery, right in the window. The flagrant thieving swine. I stole it back.
Thieves? In our dock?
How rippingly exciting.
Get back here.
Who's the angry chap?
Why, it's Mr. Rawson. I say, Kenneth, splendid summer nocturne, what?
The original thief wasn't best pleased. We need to make a run for it.
But he's blocking the only exit. How do we get away?
The ship!
What? No!
Laura, now is not the time to argue. Get aboard! Quickly, Laura, hoist the sails.
Would it surprise you to hear I don't know how?
Just untie them and start pulling ropes. Something will happen. I'll ditch the gangplank.
Boy, you! Get back here.
Steady on, Kenny, old thing. What's the matter?
Wait a minute. They know the gallery owner.
It's a small world. Right. Now he can't follow us. Away we go!
I say, they're making off with the cargo.
Oh, it's all too exciting. I shall have to lie down with a glass of something cool.
Rather.
Get back here. They've got my statue.
Easy come, easy go, Kenny, old bee.
What? But surely...
Laura, I could use your help steering this thing.
Not so hard, you'll have us over. Watch out for that ship!
Whoa!
That was close.
They're firing at us.
Well, here comes another one. Duck!
Cease fire! We mean you no harm.
I can see someone. They're climbing the rigging.
Swinging over on a rope. Is that...
Prepare to be boarded, you scurvy dogs!
Constance!
Captain Constance to you, you lily-livered landlubbers!
I told you to stay in the office.
I did! For a bit. Then we had a visitor.
Who?
Croeso, my little lambs. What's occurring?
It's my Auntie Beryl.
The arsonist?
She's come out of retirement to work for the Navy.
Let me guess. Fire Marshal.
In a manner of speaking, they put me in charge of the gunpowder.
The other ship!
Whoops.
Bloody hell, that's blown us off course.
We're headed for the South Bank.
Hold on to your knickers!
Oh, is everyone all right? Where's the statue?
I've got it. Here.
Inspector, what are you doing?
Miss Lillard. Oh, what a stroke of luck. We crashed near the imported callus.
Is the inverted... Oh, I'm too tired.
Firm ground. That's much better. Ah, here you are, Miss Lillard. Your statue safely returned.
In the nick of time. The buyers arrived early to collect it.
What in the name of sanity has been going on?
Another posho. Hooray for that.
Please accept my apologies, Mr. Symington. Your statue.
Marvellous. Simply marvellous. Shall we retire to your gallery to settle up? Cabby, we're ready.
I shall return with your commission forthwith, Inspector. Thank you so much for your help.
No problem at all.
Apart from the breaking and entering.
Well...
And the stolen ship.
Not our usual fare, but...
And the nautical battle on the Thames.
All in a day's work. Pleased to be of service, Miss Lillard.
My hero.
Well...
Come, Miss Lillard.
Back soon.
Mr. Braithwaite! Mr. Braithwaite!
Oh, hell.
Luke?
Inspector! Laura! Fancy seeing you here. Oh! Don't tell me you know Sidney Braithwaite.
Who?
No idea what he's on about. Come, Miss Lillard.
Oh! Rosalind de Haviland! I saw you in past the Kipper at the Palace Theatre last year.
Miss Lillard? Explain.
So bloody close.
What's been going on?
What's this set up? I'm not a gallery owner, I'm an actress. And a swindler on the side. I was conning you.
Why?
To get us to steal the statue.
Acting don't always put bread on the table, you know. Turns out crime actually does pay rather well.
The docker said the bust was delivered to a gallery. But it wasn't the inverted canvas, was it?
You mean it really does belong to Rawson?
I knew it was too much of a coincidence that you found us at the restaurant.
I read about you in papers after that business at London Zoo. I figured Sherlock Holmes won't fall for it, but you might. Followed you for a bit, saw you buying tickets to Sid's play, which told me exactly when I could spring the damsel in distress routine.
Then you sent us off in the direction of the gallery where the statue was on display. Impossible to miss, and waited for us to get it back.
This is preposterous. I've never heard such...
Give up, Sid. You're not that good of an actor.
How dare you? The Sheffield Observer said I was...
Where's the book?
The what?
The docker's ledger that proves Rawson was the real owner of the statue.
In the Thames. I nabbed it while Sid picked up the cheese.
So who owns the inserted cow's arse?
Me cousin. Said I'd give her a cut of the sale if she let us have the run of the place for a night. It was her that found the artist to sculpt the block of cheese.
And who were you planning on selling it to?
Sid knows a guy. Irish bloke, wasn't it?
Met him at the stage door a month or so back. Said he was into fine art. Travers something.
What?
Oh, hey! Go on, Connie. See if you can hit St. Paul's.
Constance! Beryl! You pack it in!
Quick, leg it.
Stop them!
Sorry, Inspector. See you round.
Damn it. Damn it. Damn it!
Inspector?
It's always him at the end of it. Every time.
What do you...
There you are. I want my statue back.
Mr. Rawson, please accept my apologies. There's been a dreadful misunderstanding, but I'm sure we can put it right.
Where is it? That bust is the centrepiece of my marzipan magic range and I want it back.
And we'd be only too happy to, but... Sorry, marzipan?
Yes. I deal in edible art. Tough spite to show off at their smarmy dinner parties. It took me days to sculpt and paint that bust so that it looked just like the real thing. It's worth its weight in icing.
An edible bust? In that case, Mr. Rawson, I don't suppose you're a connoisseur of cheese, are you?
Inspector Murder Inspects, A Forgery was written by Dario Knight and Gareth Johnson. It starred Alistair Sanderson as the Inspector, Emily Pugh as Laura, Joe Pratt as Constance, and Andrew Faber as Luke, with Katie Fogg as Lola Lillard, Rob Aldington as Sidney Braithwaite, David Alt as Theodore, Neil Goulder as Marmaduke, Andrew Shaw as Mr. Rawson, and Erica Sanderson as Fran and Beryl. Title music and additional music was composed by Kevin MacLeod and editing by Gareth Johnson. It was produced and directed by Dario Knight for Unbound Theatre.